Hi, welcome to Sexy is Timeless Talk. Happy New Year! Happy New Year, everybody! I am so excited for the new year and I love New Year because it's a new opportunity for new beginnings, for new dreams and hopes. I am Luisa Diaz, author of Sexy is Timeless. I'm founder of Luisa Diaz Foundation, which is a celebration of kindness coming to you from Manhattan, New York. Now, let me introduce to you my fabulous friends and co hosts.
Hello, everyone. I'm Samantha Bacido Drucker. I'm your lifestyle genie and author of 90 Days to Husband Number Two and host of Love and Design Project. And today I'm coming to you from Sunny Isles Beach, Florida, at our friend Wendy Gonzalez's apartment because I'm still in construction. Thank you, Wendy.
Hey everyone, it's Delana Dixon, your editor-in-chief of DivaGalsDaily.com. I've got a new background as well because I'm coming to you from New Orleans, Louisiana.
Wow! Hi, ladies. Happy New Year. But let me introduce to you our special guest today. Our special guest is Melissa Nieves. She's a registered dietitian and licensed nutritionist with more than 15 years of experience in the clinical area. Welcome, Melissa. How are you? Happy New Year.
I'm good. Happy New Year's. And thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be here with you ladies.
And you are coming from
Puerto
different
Rico.
Puerto Rico. How is the weather in Puerto Rico?
It's super sunny. It's a little bit cooler now because we're in January. Usually it's super hot. But it's been, it's a really beautiful day today.
Oh, I love it. It's very cold here in New York. But ladies, what do you do for a New Year's Eve? Samantha, what do you do?
Well, I celebrated with Jeffrey and two couples, friends of ours from Spain, in Miami. Just a champagne-filled night with a couple close friends. It was lovely.
Wonderful. What about you, Dilena?
Well, it was all about TV for me. I watched on Disney Network. I watched this new movie called Soul. It is incredible. It's supposed to be up for an Oscar. So if you haven't watched it yet, get Disney Plus, watch it. You'll really enjoy it.
Oh, I love Disney movie. Totally. Melissa, what do you do?
I had,
Puerto Rico.
yeah, I mean, it was noisy outside because there was just so much fireworks, but I spent it inside with my kids, with my husband. So, it was pretty, quiet. It's just, family time.
Bailando salsa, ¿no bailaste salsa? Salsa,
No.
merengue, shake it like a good Latina.
I need to polish up my salsa dancing.
Well, ladies, I went to Tulum, Mexico with my hubby, with my husband, and we have an amazing time. I was so happy just to be outside by the beach, relax. And we read the new year in a Mexican restaurant with mariachi. So it was so fun. It was great. Very intimate. So love it, love it. I am so ready for this new year. But we have so much to talk, so let's start with our diva chat. So Melissa, I know it is a new year, and a lot of us, including myself, a lot of women out there, they are like, okay, I have to lose a few pounds or more than a few pounds. So it is a such thing as detoxing your body because I want to like it because I drink so much in Mexico, so many tequila, and I eat such a great food, like a lot of Spanish food, arroz con gandules, arroz con pollo. I kind of want to detox my body. Is it such thing like that?
Well, actually, it's kind of like a misconception that a lot of people have
Oh no.
that, yeah, no, I mean, I have good news, don't worry. Um, your body is detoxing all the time. Okay, that's why we have the liver, that's why we have the kidneys and the lungs. So there's no really like reason to go on a detox diet or drink any like special detox drinks or anything because your body is doing it for you. You can, however, support this process by staying hydrated, drinking a lot of water, a lot of liquids, and eating foods that are high in fiber that can also help the digestive system get rid of the waste. But we don't need to detox. The body's doing it. We're actually detoxing right now as we speak.
Okay, that's a good news. But what about, I hear so many like juicing, like a lot of people drink a lot of juice to detox their body. Also, a lot of people like drink some different type of oil to detox. Is that correct? Is,
No, like I mentioned, the body takes care of our
so we
detox
don't need to do
process.
that? Is that what
No,
you're saying? Oh, wow.
no, we just need to stay well hydrated and eat a wide variety of foods, especially, yes, very good, Delana. And a wide variety of foods, especially foods that are high in fiber, which can help the digestive tract get rid of, any wastes, any toxins that the body may have. But I don't personally recommend detoxes. I don't recommend, any special products. Just, eat healthy and stay hydrated.
And now that we are forever 27th, and so what are the type of food to help us to build muscle?
Okay, well, protein is definitely the building block for muscles and lots of our tissues. It doesn't necessarily mean that if I eat protein, I'm going to get muscle because I need to work that muscle. What protein actually does is when I'm doing a type of weight bearing exercise, such as weights, sometimes those muscle fibers get torn, and that's where protein comes in, and it helps to heal those fibers. And the combination of protein plus working the muscle is what actually makes, builds up muscle and maintains muscle mass.
Make us strong. That's when we strong.
Yeah. And we actually, weight bearing exercise is actually really important because we lose muscle mass as we age. So that's why it's important to always add a little bit of weights or use our own body as resistance.
At what age, Melissa, we start losing muscle?
Usually after 35, we kind of start, slowly losing muscle mass, but we can actually help slow that process down by including weight-bearing exercise in our daily, exercise routine.
Exercise routine. Okay, wonderful. So Samantha, darling, I know you have some questions.
Yes. So you have this fabulous blog called Fad Free Nutrition, which I think is great. And you discuss sometimes very uncomfortable subjects about our not so healthy relationship to food and our body. And how can we go about finally healing our relationship to our bodies? I spent the first 10 years of my professional life as a dancer. And I spent, I don't know, after the 10 years of that professional career, maybe another 20 years getting through some food issues. I would love for you to tell me more.
Yeah, I love talking about that just because the diet culture that we live in right now can be so harmful, especially for women, because there is this predetermined idea of what we're supposed to look like. And when we think about it, it wasn't always like this thin ideal. If we look back like 100 years ago, during the Victorian era, women were supposed to be curvier. A fuller figure was actually considered to be more attractive. And it wasn't until like the 1920s when like the flapper silhouette started becoming more fashionable. So one of the things is to be aware that these are social constructs. These are ideals that have been constructed by society, and we don't have to buy into that if we don't want to. I think it's really disempowering to prescribe a certain body size or a certain body shape when all of us are so different. When we look around nature, there's diversity everywhere. There's different kinds of flowers, different types of stones, different types of colors everywhere. So why should we as human beings try to homogenize ourselves to all look exactly alike when we weren't meant to all be the same size. And I think it's just important to
Well,
try to
speaking of
embrace us.
Go ahead.
speaking of all being different and not homogenous, is there a one diet fits all?
No.
Possible,
No.
right?
One diet that's good for everybody? Because I'm so confused. I hear keto.
Yeah, and
Samantha, I lost you, darling.
Yeah,
So
froze.
we lost Samantha, but I wanted to add to what you're saying, Melissa. I know that there is a lot of pressure that we all women has, but the most important is, this, how you feel. Like for me, I can tell you that I always have been skinny. I always have been slim. So if for me, if I have so few extra pounds, so it makes me feel like I have to work very hard. So because that's the way it made me feel better, you know. So everybody is different. Everybody's different. If everybody is good with 10 pounds or 20 more pounds that they and they are happy with their body, that is okay. The most important is everybody's happy, right?
yes, 100% agree. I mean, I think what our opinion and our relationship to ourselves is the most important thing. And,
Elena, darling, I think you have some questions as well.
I do, and I'm going to go off of what Samantha was saying. So, I'm in the fitness industry. I teach classes, so I'm always interested in new diets. I've tried keto, I've tried paleo. Can you tell us a little bit what the difference is between the two? And then again, speak more about what is the diet we should be following? What's
Yes.
best?
okay. Well, the difference between keto is a diet that is really low in carbohydrates and it's really high in fat. And that puts you at a state where your body is usually using fat as fuel versus carbohydrates. It's a really old diet. They started using it in the beginning of last century for patients with epilepsy that had intractable convulsions, and it actually helps. To this day we do have a lot of information and a lot of evidence that it works for controlling seizures. However, for weight loss, it's not very sustainable just because it's such a strict diet. It leaves out a lot of food groups, and it could also cause nutritional deficiencies just because we're not eating certain types of food. The paleo diet is a little bit more broad. It includes much more food groups, and it's based on the idea that if we eat how our ancestors used to eat, back, it's also called the caveman diet, then it's healthier for us. Also, the paleo diet said, it believes that the way that we process some foods is what can cause or contribute to certain health conditions. So that's why it doesn't allow certain food groups such as dairy, certain grain products and legumes. And that's basically like the main difference. One is a little bit stricter than the other. However, I don't believe that there is a one size fits all diet. We all have different nutritional needs. We all have different energy needs. I do think that one of the best ones out there is the Mediterranean diet, and it's not actually a diet. It's not actually a diet. It's an eating pattern and it's a lifestyle, and it includes what we've known for a long time, which is to eat lots of fruits and vegetables, whole grains, smaller amounts of animal products, more plant-based oils such as olive oil. And there's a lot of also features about the Mediterranean diet that also helps overall health, which is regular physical activity, socialization, the enjoyment of food and eating. That's also really important. And that's why if I did have to pick a diet, I would recommend the Mediterranean diet.
And
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken, on the Mediterranean diet, you do get to a small, moderate amount of red wine is okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the features of it. However, as a healthcare professional, I always advise to always consult with your healthcare provider to see if you can drink alcohol, how much, so. But
Yes.
yes, in the Mediterranean diet, they have found that small amounts of red wine has a protective effect, especially with cardiovascular health.
Oh, wonderful. You have another question, Dilena.
Oh, I was just going to say, well, today we're all being very good and drinking water because you are.
Water with vinegar and just a
Oh,
splash
I
of
drink
vinegar.
infused
tea.
water.
How much do we need to get? That's the question.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another great question. There isn't like a hard and fast rule. Like I said, we all have different needs depending on the day. Sometimes we may need more water, we may need less water. If we're exercising, obviously we need to replace those fluids. The general rule of 6 to 8 glasses of water a day is fine.
How many?
From 6 to 8 ounce, from
Okay.
6 to 8 ounce glasses a day, it should cover your bases. There also another way to know is the color of your urine. If it's a light color, you know that you're well hydrated. If it's darker, then you need to get a little bit more fluid. So
Okay.
that's another way of knowing.
That's a very interesting tip. I like that. I will totally start using that, ladies. But another thing that is a misconception, I think, is about ladies. What do you think about frozen fruits and vegetables? Do you think they are fresh? What do you think?
So I have read some evidence in a few different books that says that having frozen vegetables and fruits on hand is the next best thing to fresh organic, of course.
Yeah.
But we don't always have time to do organic and fresh. So I always have some frozen pineapple and a bag of frozen spinach in my freezer all the time.
Okay, Dilena, what do you think, darling?
I'm of the same school. And something that I do is sometimes I buy fresh strawberries and I cut them up and I freeze them so I can use them when I'm about to make a smoothie. So you can kind of get the best of both worlds. But look, eating some vegetables, whether they're frozen or not, is better than eating no vegetables.
Melissa, what is it? Please tell us what is right and what is wrong here.
There's no wrong and right answer. Actually, frozen fruits and vegetables can be just as healthy and sometimes even more so than fresh, because if we have like a fresh fruit or vegetable and we don't consume it too soon, it can start losing nutrients. Frozen produce is picked at its peak nutritional value, and the freezing process actually helps to kind of slow down the ripening process, which can cause nutrients to be lost. So there are some fruits and vegetables that actually retain more nutrients when they're frozen than when they're fresh. So it's a really great idea to, always have, if you can't have fresh online,
Yeah.
frozen is just as good, and it's more convenient. It's more budget friendly.
Yeah.
So yeah, it definitely is a really healthy option.
Okay, wonderful. So we got that out there. So now we know. So, but as Melissa, we all know Samantha and Dilena. We know that we need to work out because we do. Dilena is a trainer.
Yes.
We work out every Tuesday and Thursday with her, trying to get those extra pounds from the holiday. But also, I know that. Can you tell us a little bit more about Kentai, the virtual personal training company that you represent, very quickly?
Yeah, Camtai is a virtual personal trainer app, and it's awesome. It's really interesting because it actually tracks your movements. It's like having a personal trainer right there with you. You just turn on your laptop and the program scans your whole body. And according to the workout that you choose, there's a lot that you can choose from. It starts tracking your movements in real time, and it gives you feedback. So it's basically like having a personal trainer at home. And during the pandemic, since it's been like so difficult to work out at the gym or outside, it's a really, really great option. It has a lot of different types of exercises from Pilates to HIIT. It has cardio. It has my
Yoga?
favorite one is stretching. Yeah.
Oh, they have yoga as well.
They don't have yoga, but they have like a stretching routine, which I love to use after work because it even tells you like, you know, stand a little bit more this way, try to hold this pose a little longer. Downward dog and me are not good friends. I can never get downward dog right. And the app actually told me like, you know, can you try to like push your heels down to the floor more? And I was like, wow, like
That's
it's
amazing.
actually
So when
tracking.
people can download that app, darling, how can they get that app?
Yeah, just go to app.chemtai.com and you can see like the different features that it has, all the different exercises, and it's really great. I mean, physical activity is not only good for physical health, it's also really great for mental health, for helping us de-stress, especially during these times. And I think it's a really, really cool app because it's giving you feedback and it's helping your workouts be more effective.
I love it. I love it. Girls, we have to try. So thank you, ladies. Thank you so much. So we have a new segment, ladies. For our viewers, for our audience, we want to know, what do you think is sexy and timeless? And when did you feel the most sexy and timeless this week? We would love to hear from you. Please go to our Facebook group and share your story with us. And please include a picture of you as well. And who knows, you might be featured here in Sexy Timeless of the Week as the sexy lady or gentleman of the week. So we would love to hear this story. So Melissa, what do you think is sexy to you?
I think confidence, real, genuine confidence, and just knowing who you are, um, loving yourself, taking care of yourself. I think that's really sexy. And also just being authentic and living your life authentically without worrying what anybody else thinks.
That's right, confidence. And confidence is as well to give us the confidence to self-care. Self-care is very sexy as well, right? And that gives
Yes,
us
and
confidence.
very important.
Diana, darling, did you have a story? You were telling me that you have a story someone shared in the Facebook
Yes.
group.
Oh my goodness. We already have people sharing when they feel sexy and tired.
Okay,
Our
wonderful.
first is Zaire Prosper of Los Angeles, California. And she writes, I feel most sexy when my work is recognized, when I'm getting a new client or I'm in a pitch session pitching ideas. So it's all about when she's using her mind and she's
Yes.
getting recognized. Thank you, Zaire.
Yeah, I love it. You go, girl. And it's about, what is her name again? You said her name?
Zaire.
Daya. It is you go, girl, because it is
Zaire.
about confidence and knowledge. Okay. Love it. Love it. Thank you. So thank you, ladies. Thank you all, everybody for watching. I know there is a lot of information out there, but remember that your body is unique and do what works for you. Any, I do not believe in one diet fix all. So please be kind to your body, yourself, and others. Besitos.